This could be the real deal, boys. Let's do it.
Welcome to the week 7/8 edition of the Reggie and Jerome Podcast. I'm your co-host, Big D, sitting here with my boys. Sammy C to my left.
Yo.
Big J.A. to the right.
What up, people?
We're back after a Birds victory. See, I told you we wasn't going to run. We back.
We back.
We are back. Birds take care of the Vikes this week in a game that, had a lot of moving parts to it, which we will get into very shortly. But first, as we always do, we're going to take our shots. Gentlemen.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. I think I pour myself too much. Jesus. Damn. Oh, boy. All right.
What the fuck was
I don't know what that was.
A little struggle to get down.
Yeah, it was, right?
Thanks. Thanks, Burger King. Pause. My bad.
Woo!
Come on.
Damn, guys. We're not even 2 minutes in.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah, that was straight out the gate on that.
What's that, Bird Gang still?
Yeah, that's that Bird Gang, man.
Came out with an extra punch like we did.
Sure enough. So like we said, Birds take care of the Vikes this week. And I wanted to first start with we talked about what we thought they should do, who we thought was going to be an important portion of the game. And it turned out pretty much everybody we said last week was. Sammy, I'll start with you. You basically pointed at the quarterback.
Yeah.
And said that he needed to have a big game.
Absolutely.
I'll just ask you, was it big enough?
Oh, yeah. Man, that's the...
Balls.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. All right.
Y'all already see where this was going. So, but anyway, go ahead, Sammy.
No, that's the best I've seen Jalen Hurts play in, I would say, at least 2-3 years. Like the best all-around game. 19 for 23, 326 passing yards with 3 touchdowns. But he averaged 14.2 yards a pass.
Yeah, man.
And a QB rating of 95.1. The best QB rating in the NFL so far this year.
Really?
Yep.
Whew.
Yeah, perfect passer rating.
Yep.
158.3. But, he can't throw the football.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get to that in another segment, but we had to start with him at least because, we brought him up last week about he needed to, put the team on his back, and he did for the most part, and he had some help with the guys that he threw to. But I also want to know, did he have some help from the guy that was in his ear? Joey, I'll ask you. Do you think this was a situation where the team went to Kevin Patullo and said, we need to change some things? Or do you think he did this on his own? Because and Sammy's been critical of some of the route running that the receivers have. We all have. I'm not going to just put it on him. We all have been critical of the route running. But there were some things after looking at the replay of the game and some of the other film that looked a little different. So do you think that was the case?
No, I'm still
okay.
not a believer.
Not a believer. Okay.
Do I think he went out on his own to change things? No. Do I think the team went up to him and said, yeah, we got to do better? Absolutely. But if you go back to what some of the players said and, you go back and watch some tape, the reason we had those big plays is because of Uno.
Okay.
Seeing the field. And Devontae Smith, too. They lined up in the same look, I think, 3 or 4 different times. And on that 4th time, they lined up in that look. Smitty told him, the safety's shading the other way. If we line up in this look again, I'm open. And that's what happened. So, credit to Smitty, credit to Hurts. Hurts is, I love seeing it. Hurts audible into different routes, different plays. It works. It's been proven in this offensive scheme this year. A big play happens 9 times out of 10. It's because Jalen Hurts saw something that he liked.
So, and I'll ask you, Sammy, because you make a great point. We've watched him for the past few years, and it does seem like when he does that, it kind of works. So I'll ask you, why do you think he doesn't do it more often? Do you think he's handcuffed, or do you think that he's just not comfortable with it? Because what you said, I had been thinking about, and I've watched it so many times. When he's able to do that and move people around to where he wants them, good things happen. So why do you think he doesn't do it more often?
Maybe he is handcuffed. Maybe. Or maybe he just doesn't have the confidence in himself.
That's where I was kind of going with it.
Yeah.
He seems like a confident guy.
He does. He does. But when it comes to audibling from a play that he gets from the coach to like what he thinks may work, I don't think he has that confidence in himself to do that yet. Which I don't understand why, because listen, that Vikings game, he showed like what he can do. Look at it in the fourth quarter when it was a close game and he audibled out of whatever Patullo gave him, looked at A.J. Brown and told him, yo, let's do this. He hit him with the double move on Isaiah Rodgers, and it turned into that was the game-sealing play right there. Yeah. It wasn't a touchdown, but it was a game-sealing play. And that game, and I'm going to piggyback off of Joey, not to what you asked, but that whole game was, I'm not huge with Patullo yet. He still has to show me more, but that just goes to show you a true captain on the team. Making plays happen, making the biggest thing with that is what we talked about, I think it was a few weeks ago, when if you give Barkley the ball, the passing game is going to open up. I don't care that he only had 44 yards. He had 18 carries, though.
Yeah, that is a lot of carries for somebody who only has 18 yards. That shows somewhat of a commitment to the run.
That shot got yards. To you, bro.
18 carries for 44 yards.
What did I say?
18 yards.
18 yards. Anyway.
And with that is the end of the Reggie and Jerome Podcast. I'm glad you guys joined us for these 7.
No, so
it's respecting the run game. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's respecting the run game, but you got to give it to Smitty that game. Smitty and Jalen Hurts, they were just on page the whole game. And that dude, that's why he's a Heisman winner of Devontae Smith, is because he's a great wide receiver. The way that he runs the routes, the way that he just tries to get open for Jalen Hurts, it was like they had a connection the whole game.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, he broke his own record.
It's weird though. I do want to talk about Devontae a little bit because, man, there's sometimes when I watch him and he not only looks like the best receiver on the field, he looks like one of the best receivers in the league some weeks, man. And kudos to him for sticking with it, and Jalen for sticking with him. It just seems like, man, when they need that first down or that big play, there's a comfort level and a trust he has with him. Not that AJ doesn't get thrown, huge passes in the run game. I mean, in the pass game that make first downs, but it just seems like, man, you can really trust Devontae, man.
And everybody knows AJ's getting all the attention.
Yeah.
You're more than likely to have a better matchup with 6.
And he takes advantage of it almost all of the time. So kudos to both of them. So we talked a little bit, and we're going to talk more about the passing game later, but we talked about some of the things they did in the game. That's only on one side of the ball. There were some things that happened on the other side of the ball that also was a big contributing factor in them winning the game.
Absolutely.
And that's the defense. They got more Nakobe Dean back, and
He looked really good.
he did.
First full game back.
He did look pretty good for his first full game back. And I will say this. We talked about the locker room in a previous episode, and we were talking about the guy that rallies around. It might be him. I saw some video of him on the sideline and even during the game, and it looks like he's the kind of the guy that, on the defense at least, I don't know if he does it for the entire team, but he does look like the kind of guy that, like, all right, guys, let's get our shit together. Let's go. I don't see that from Zach Bond. I don't see that from anybody else on the line itself. So maybe, and I'll ask you guys, maybe what we saw from him and them should be the way they move forward in the future. I'll start it off with you, Joey. Obviously, the big thing was they moved Campbell to the end.
Yes.
Letting Nakobe Dean start. Do you think that should be the way it is moving forward?
The way the team's constructed, you kind of have to.
Right now.
And I agree with what you're saying. It feels like there was a bit more energy on the defensive side of the ball. And I know they've been banged up and been on the field for quite a while in the first few weeks here of the season. But he definitely seems like he's the heartbeat. And
great way to put it.
They go where he goes. And I mean, Jahad Campbell's just a freak in nature. He's so versatile. You can put him anywhere on the field, and I feel like he's going to succeed. You got BG coming back. Shout out 5-5. But, he's an older guy. You still need some young, fresh legs in there. Nolan Smith should be back probably after the bye week.
Okay.
But when you have playmakers like that, you have to find ways to get them on the field.
So, Sammy, I'll ask you. Same question, but a little different. Joey just mentioned it. Nolan Smith is coming back. We have a rotation at this point of Jelix Hunt, Nolan Smith when he comes back, and now you throw Campbell in the mix. I think we talked about it before that he's the second best linebacker on the team, but they need help on the end. Now, all of this is contingent on the trade deadline. If they make no moves at the trade deadline, they kind of have to roll this way. So, what do you see? Or where would you like to see? The same thing? A little different? Move all over the place? What do you want to see from Campbell? Because he is kind of like a Swiss Army knife. He reminds me a lot of Javon Curse, just not as big. You can put him at linebacker. You can put him down at the end. So what do you want to see? And how do they play to you this past weekend?
I mean, I really like the defense. I really think that Nakobe Dean was the person that we were missing out of that defense. Being the ones getting the play calls called into him, giving the defense that when the defense didn't look good, you seen him on the sideline talking to everybody, yo, let's go.
Right.
We're better than this. We're better than this. And I mean, Nakobe Dean led the team, or no, he was third on the team in tackles this week.
Wow.
He had 6, 3 of them were solo, and then he had a tackle for loss also.
Big one too.
Big one. Yes, a big tackle for loss.
Yeah.
I really like Campbell off the edge. It's crazy to say because, like you said, he's a Swiss Army knife. But the thing is that he's a really, really good linebacker too.
Yeah.
And as a rookie, playing the way that he's playing at linebacker is, I think, what every team wishes that they had. But having him at the edge is helping other guys in the middle get to the QB. Because the edge rushers are coming in, QB steps up in the pocket, and that's where our defensive tackles are usually at. I mean, you've seen Jalen Carter. The edge rushers, they came up. Jelix Hunt dropped back. Carter broke through. got to Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz went to go look for Justin Jefferson across the middle. There was Jalen Hunt right there for the interception and took it back to the house.
Was this Carter's best game this year?
This year?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hands down.
Yeah.
But and that's the thing. It's like you need those edge rushers, though. Those edge rushers show a lot to the defense. You need, like we've been talking about for weeks, you need the QB pressure. You need it. And I don't know. I mean, they were rotating back and forth, too. It wasn't like Campbell was just playing edge.
No, he wasn't on the field
back.
the whole time.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, I get it.
So, I don't know. I think moving forward, maybe keep him at edge. Maybe just move him around. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because I like the role that he played on Sunday, I should say, altogether, which they moved them all around. They moved him back to linebacker and then they moved him to edge. So they just kind of kept rotating him back and forth. So I kind of like that.
Another thing that happened in the game was, and I think it's the reason why you can't take him off the field. And there are just some guys that are like this, but Makuba got an interception. And you might say, oh man, it was a duck. But look, let me tell you something. There are a lot of guys who drop that. And he just finds a way, somehow, some way, to get takeaways, whether he's the right man in the right place, whatever. But there's a reason why you're the right guy in the right place, because you put yourself there. So I think he struggled the previous 2 weeks. I think it would be safe to say that he struggled a little bit on the defense. I don't think there's any way that, Sidney Brown's not going to take a spot. I don't think that's going to happen. But we still have question marks on the other side of Quinyon Mitchell, who, despite coming back from injury,
he didn't play terrible.
Played as good as you can expect a starting corner. He might not have been Quinyon level, but
a lot better than a lot of
teams' number one cornerback, right? So
Dory Jackson's brains are still on the field. Ringo,
yeah.
I don't know where he's at. He's still in Georgia.
I thought my man was done.
The way he just fell back, and I was like, "Oh man, he's done."
He was like, "What time are you going to Six Flags, Coach?" I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That man got a family. But anyway, but we talk about it again. So we got, Sammy mentioned earlier before we jumped on the pod that the window for Jacorian Bennett has been open for him to practice. So I think usually when that happens, he's really close to playing, but they have a bye week after this week.
I think they keep him out.
Unless we have nobody ready to go, I can't see them rushing him back this week.
Well, we know Dory Jackson ain't going to be back.
No.
That's for damn sure.
Dory Jackson is not going to be back.
So, I mean, it's probably going to be Ringo that has the starting.
I would think so. Yeah, I would think.
Unless they give him a shot. He was that other corner in that rotation. So,
I mean, you don't have to worry about Malik Neighbors this week. So, I mean, not that every team has starting wide receivers.
Listen, we didn't have to worry about Malik Neighbors fucking 2 weeks ago, and we still got shit on.
We'll talk about that later on. But yeah, so we did see some more of the defensive backfield make good plays. Our linebackers. The last thing I want to talk about was the interior. How much do you know how much the Vikings ran for in that game? I don't remember.
Collectively, they rushed for 89 yards.
Okay.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was cracking up even after the game. We were talking about Carson Wentz last week, but he looked like shit this week. And I didn't want to bring it up, but he just looked lost. Like he didn't know what to do with the football in certain situations, like the Makuba interception.
Yeah, that was D3 college level, don't throw the ball type stuff that he threw up there.
All he had to do was just throw it out of bounds or try and run out of bounds for all that.
But again, that was the Carson Wentz we fell out of love with, trying to make a play happen.
Yeah. Goodness. Yeah.
We looked at each other when that happened. We were like, what? Derek, I think you said it about Carson.
Yeah. I was like, wow. It's Carson. That's the guy we had.
I know that guy.
Carson's back.
Because don't get me wrong, there were plays in that game he did make.
Yeah.
And he still has a great arm.
We couldn't stop that damn out route.
I was just about to say that shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right about that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
That out route.
That's 7-yard out. Boy. Phew.
They could have did that all game and probably would have put up 50 points.
Oh, my goodness.
Shit, fucking Jordan Addison had 9 for 128. And half of them were fucking out routes.
Wow. Yeah, so Carson can still throw the ball.
Oh, yeah.
He just has a tendency to throw it to other people every now and then. It just so happens it was, his old team. But shout out to Carson. Back to the interior of the line. I did mention earlier about Jalen Carter and whether this was his best game so far this season. I actually think not only him, but the other guys on the side of him played pretty darn good as well. I think my question is, are we satisfied with our interior linemen? Now, don't get me wrong. There have been some games when they've gotten run on, which I still can't understand why. But unlike the offensive line, pretty much everybody they've had outside of the edge has started for them a time or two. The only person they really lost was Milton Williams. And I guess plug and play with other guys there. Jordan Davis has gotten better. So I don't know how much of a downgrade Jordan Davis is from Milton Williams. So I'll ask you, are we okay with the defensive line, the way they're currently constructed and how they're playing?
The interior side?
Yes, the interior side,
yeah,
yes.
I think so, because you still have the rookie Ty Robinson, who we haven't seen much of, who I'm hoping if we do see him, it's in the rotational piece and he's active just like these guys are.
Pause that for a second. I want to piggyback on that. Why do you think we haven't seen him?
I do too, because
I think it's a Vic Fangio thing, kind of how Cooper DeJean came back and he was ready to go, and he still he didn't put him out there, then he was ready, and from the get, when Vic Fangio thought he was ready, he was a playmaker.
Okay.
So you're saying that you think it's going to be a little bit later on in the season, maybe?
Yeah, and
because I think he's better than Hall or whatever. I forget what his name is.
We've been blessed to get rookies in here who've been impactful players off the rip, and I think that's just kind of what we're used to. Let's not get into it. What was he? A third round pick? Fourth
round pick.
So you're not expecting that guy to come in here and be a contributor immediately,
right? But
I do expect him to learn from the guys in front of him, be coached up by Fangio, and when it's time to go, I think he'll be ready.
You nailed that on the head, because I was thinking the same thing. And
you were thinking why we haven't seen him?
No, just like piggybacking off of what you asked Joey about the defensive
interior defensive line.
Okay. I think we're better. I think we're good where we're at. It's not really Jomo stepped up that game, Jalen Carter had one of his best games this season.
He was really active.
He was. He was. And it goes back to, look, Jalen Carter, he don't even look good. Like, he's sluggish. He's doing this. And then he turns around and shows it this week, which I like to see, though, because that's the Jalen Carter that we all know.
Yeah.
Getting to the QB, just let me try this again. Making plays.
No like more shots for you.
Yeah. Like blow up, into an interception here or something. Incomplete pass. It doesn't matter. He showed that this week. And I don't know. I think Ty Robinson, he's going to get a shot, I think. At some point. Because I was actually listening to a little segment of Jordan Davis. It was like a follow Jordan Davis kind of day.
Okay.
It was on a Wednesday, and they practice. They have team meetings. lift, all that. And he was saying how good Ty Robinson actually is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I also don't know if Ty Robinson's fully healthy, though. That's my other question, because he was hurt coming in, like, out of the draft.
Was he?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Because he got hurt closer to the end of the year for Nebraska. I think it was an ankle injury or something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, when his time's ready, we've seen him, I think, once that game, but he got double teamed. So,
also, it's hard to take those other guys off the field. Let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if they're rested,
yeah, because
you're not taking them off for Jordan Davis.
How long's Ojomo been here? 3 years now?
3 years.
Yes, he's proven himself that why he should be on the field when either Jordan Davis or Jalen Carter's off the field.
Absolutely. Yeah. So okay, yeah. I just want to throw it out there because I was thinking about him. I did see him on the field once, and was just wondering when we were going to see more of him. And like you said, maybe later on in the year we will.
Yeah,
see him more.
And the edge rusher that kind of like, I know I'm backing up a little bit, but the edge rusher that really stood out to me was Josh Uche again.
He had a sack. Yeah,
he had a sack. He had 2 tackles for loss. So, I mean, for guys that we're just throwing in at edge right now with Nolan Smith out and they're kind of just rotating in and out, he's been playing really well.
I agree. And I think that sometimes, especially, we get to see certain level of excellence in guys. And I don't want to, denigrate Jalen Carter. 75% of Jalen Carter is better than most of the tackles in the league. You know what I mean? It's just we've literally seen this man dominate and win games by himself. So I guess we had that level of excellence and expectation of him. So that's the reason why. What's wrong with Jalen Carter? But he's still one of the best tackles in the league.
Absolutely.
So. Moving on. The next thing I wanted to talk about, and we kind of touched on it a little bit, and it's funny because as we were watching the game, I hit Sammy in the shoulder, and I was like, "We back, ain't we? We back! See this shit? We back!" So since I hit you first, I'll ask you first. Do you think what we saw in the passing game is more of a fluke? Do you think it's sustainable? And why do you think? I think we already touched on why it was effective because of the guy that was getting the ball hiked to him. But do you think that this is sustainable? I.e., they were so run heavy last year. Is this the Eagles team that should be doing this moving forward?
Absolutely. I mean,
so basically what I'm asking is, are we're turning the ball over to Jalen and the boys on the outside, and we're telling Saquon, we're okay if you run for 900 yards this year? That's basically what I'm asking you.
I think that's what has to happen.
Okay. That's why I asked.
Yeah. I think that's what has to happen. I think we talked about it multiple times already. And I think every defense is after Saquon because of what the year that he had last year. I mean, he's not going to have these games where he's running for 100, 200 yards.
Yeah, it's just
because these defenses are, not only scouting him, but they know what he can do. And they know what he wants to do. That's get to the outside. And they're playing that very well, but it opens the pass game up. And we're going to see this week, against the Giants again.
Mm-hmm.
But because Jalen didn't really play that well against the Giants. And I just hope it wasn't a fluke. Like, oh, yeah, face Minnesota. And Minnesota's corners were not that good.
Right.
Shout out to Isaiah Rodgers.
But heading into that game, they had the second best pass defense.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, the love Rodgers was getting was out of this world. And boy,
we left him on that field looking like burnt toast.
Yeah,
man, oh man, he was getting a lot of love. But yeah, good.
So I hope, and we don't do hopes and shit, but I'm gonna say that I hope that this continues on what we did this past week, and I think that we can rock the way that we just rocked against Minnesota, I think we can do it against every single team. There's not a team that we talked about last week that scares me.
Right.
I mean, we have the strength at every position on that offense. Maybe not every, Cam Jurgens went out last week.
Not at the level they've had in the past, but still have strengths.
They still have strengths. If you're wide receiver 1 and 2, look for your tight end.
They still got 2 of the best tackles in the league.
Exactly.
So,
and I give Saquon credit too, because he was getting pissed off with the short gains, but he came up clutch with them blitz pickups this week. So, and that helps the pass game a lot because it gives Jalen Hurts a lot of time to throw the ball or find somebody that is open. So, Joey, what you got?
Well, there's more than one way to win a ball game, right? And there's more than one way to be effective in a ball game. While I agree with you, I do think it is sustainable. Then again, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a game where Saquon does rush for 200 and we only throw for 100 yards. The talent level you have on this team, any given week, any of those 5 guys can go crazy.
Yeah. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be against Chargers.
Whoa, calling the shot.
Chargers have the worst run defense.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So we'll see. Sorry, go ahead.
At any given moment, any one of those guys can take over the game. Do I think it's sustainable? If Uno is taking care of the football and seeing and reading the defense and audibling out of these plays, he could probably throw for 250 every game.
Because think about it. He threw every ball on the route tree in that game. Stop and go, post, out, over the middle, every single one. And he completed every single one. So, matter of fact, that's going to segue into the next segment anyway. Who's Jalen Hurts? Is he the guy that does this and they just don't scheme that? Or is this once every, 6 or 7 weeks and it's a fluke when he does it? I want to know, who is Jalen Hurts? Is he the guy that's going to get 22 touchdowns off touch pushes? Or can he do this?
No, he can do it all. Let's be real. Right.
That's a cop-out.
But no, look, so his last 24 starts, right? 21-3, 76% completion percentage, 8.3 yards an attempt, 56 total touchdowns and 5 turnovers. That's not a fluke if you're asking me.
I think we're talking about 2 different things, though.
Yeah, but passing the football wise, last 24 starts, 76% completion. That's a great number.
That's an amazing number. But you're kind of making my point for me. If he does that, why doesn't he do it more? Why isn't the offense predicated on him doing it more? Because by those numbers, if he does it, if he throws the ball 15 more times, you're talking 320 and 2 tutties every week.
So I think that attributes back to having to learn a new offense every fucking year.
Okay. All right.
It plays a part in it. Like it takes. Look at last year. Started off slow, and then bang, 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 bang. You were like, he's playing out of his mind. Saquon's playing out of his mind. I think once you learn and fully get a full grasp of your offense, and and the things that the team can do and can't do, is when Jalen Hurts starts to play lights out football, and we may have seen the start of that.
Sammy, who's Jalen Hurts?
A dog. He's a dog, bro. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. The reason he's struggling right now is I think it's stemming from Patula.
Okay.
The play calls that he's calling into Jalen Hurts. I think he finally turned around and was like, yo, if I don't like him, I'm audibling out of him. And you've seen it multiple times in this Vikings game, and it all panned out very well for him.
Okay.
Because I think he did have that confidence in the Minnesota game. And Jalen Hurts is him. He's him. Like, he's that guy that I have confidence in. I do. Because
I think we all have confidence in him.
we do, but sometimes we're like, oh, shit, we're down by 6 with, I don't know, a minute 30 left. It's just, I think it all stems back to Patullo this year. And I think hopefully that game is going to give him a little confidence boost, I would say, and continue onward throughout the rest of the year.
So what I think is that we're all making the same point. My point is that I think this is him. Like, I think he can do this all the time. It just baffles me. And hey, you might be right. It might be because of offensive coordination that has been changed every year he's been there. That might be it. But the way he threw the ball Sunday, it's not even about the yards that he threw for.
I think it's accuracy.
Dimes, bro.
Yeah.
He was dropping them in buckets from 40, 50 yards away.
And we've seen that he could do that in the past. And I think what tributes is offensive line play, right? I mentioned that last week, who I wanted to see them play.
Had max protection on a couple of the throws, so yeah.
Yeah, you give him time, I think he can set himself up nicely and put it right where he wants to.
Yeah, I think that we talked about, and we talk about him a lot because fuck it, he's the quarterback of our team. So we have to talk about him a lot. But we talked about it, weeks ago about him and what he does or he doesn't do. I just think that this is more apparent that he's on the level with a lot of these other guys, but he's not allowed to be on the level.
Yeah.
I guess that's my overall point. Like, what I saw him do was he had just one of the best performances I've ever seen. It's not the first time he did it. He did it in the Super Bowl they lost. He had an amazing performance too. So it's not the first time he's done it. My thing is that when the offensive coordinator or the head coach sees that the offense is stagnant, they have to let him put the cape on. And that's what I don't think I see. I don't think they let him put the cape on and become Uno. I think they are okay with him making the safe throw. Just throw the ball out of bounds. When you win a Super Bowl, I think you have a certain level of fuck you that this ball might get picked. But you know what? I'm gonna try to fit it in there anyway. And that's what I don't see with them /him sometimes. I don't know if it's him or I don't know if it's the people that are in his ear when he gets to the line of scrimmage. That's what I don't know. And that's what frustrates me sometimes because I see the throws that he makes.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Sunday shows it Sunday shows the accuracy that we know that he all has.
Absolutely.
It was like the dagger play all over again from the Super Bowl with the bomb to Smitty.
Yeah.
Dropped it right in the breadbasket. But the throw that really impressed me was, I want to say it was 3rd down or 4th down. He was just running everywhere. He was trying to find somebody open. That's when A.J. Brown came back on the sideline where I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Just put it right in his chest. Like, first of all, it's so hard for a QB to throw like that anyway. But
and the pass was perfect.
It was perfect. And that just goes to show you because he's had games where, and it was this year, to where he didn't have that accuracy.
Right.
But that he turns around every week and tries to improve, himself better and better in practice. And I think he did do that because there was games where he was missing A.J. Brown long, which that was kind of on A.J. Brown a little bit because he stopped running. But
glad you brought that up.
Bombs to Devontae Smith. But then you look at this game, he had 2 bombs to A.J. Brown. He had a bomb to Smitty. Like, he just had the accuracy on point this game.
The throw that impressed me the most was the seam route to AJ for the touchdown.
Yeah, 3 defenders in the area. And he put it to only AJ was going to catch it.
And score. Wasn't a hospital ball. They had no chance of catching it, and he was the only one that could. And, I mean, that was a beautiful.
That was the one that was in my head as well.
Bro, there's 20 quarterbacks in the league that can't make that throw.
He made it seem so easy. It was like the flick of the wrist.
Yeah. I think he even said that. He was like, what's that flick?
Yeah, I did say.
Yeah.
It just impressed me. It was like, holy shit. So, that's it.
I had to ask, you know what I mean? Because we talk about him a lot. You know, the quarterback gets all the praise and gets all the shit poured on him when the shit don't go right. So, that is our QB1. And, man, just keep playing like that. Like, at least every other game. You want to hand the ball off to Saquon like 30, 40 times another game and y'all win, cool. But, man, put the cape on sometimes. Just do your shit, bro.
Yeah.
Good shit, my guys. Before we go to break, we have our new segment that keeps evolving. We're going to read some listener emails. And I will start with the first one. This is from Jersey Devil 1999. To say, what's up, guys? Great pod last week. I do have one question. You guys never really talk about special teams, which isn't true. I feel like that's an unsung part of the team that won us at least one game and kept us in several others. Keep killing it, guys. Go Birds. So,
first of all, shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you. Thank you for listening to us, and we appreciate the feedback. I somewhat agree. We do talk about special teams. Joey's mentioned special teams several times. If it was up to me, we probably wouldn't mention that much. But you're absolutely right. They have won us a couple of games, and it is 1/3 of your football team is special teams. And it's quite honestly, outside of the god-awful, dreadful kick return people we have back there, the other parts of the team's special teams, it was kind of weird seeing Jake miss a field goal this week.
That was a problem I had with that play call as well. Like, you're in plus territory.
I don't remember the down and distance on it, but you're right. We are in plus territory.
You're in plus territory. If it's an incomplete pass, I firmly believe Jake can still make that kick.
Mm-hmm.
You ran the ball and got stuffed immediately. Like, there's no reason that you shouldn't be trying to get more yards through the air. Like,
agreed.
The passing game was working well, and it's almost like we lined up in that formation and everybody knew run.
Absolutely.
It was between 40 and 49 yards. It was one of them. That's what he missed.
Yeah.
So
it's still kind of weird for him to miss it because he's been money.
Yeah, especially with these new kicking balls. Plus territory. We've been seeing some monster kicks being made this year.
Yeah.
So
true. So we'll shout out. Go ahead.
No, I'll answer some special teams because this week we kind of did a little something pretty well. I would say that we haven't done in the past 6 weeks.
I'm waiting on this.
And that's the kick returns.
Whoa, okay.
The kick returns, we didn't look that sloppy. I mean, we had Xavier Gibson. We picked him off the, I think it was the Jets practice squad. He just wasn't active the last 2 weeks. And he had 5 kick returns for 128 yards and averaged 25.6 yards a return. So, I mean,
it definitely helps because there's how many times were we starting in our own 15, our own 10?
Yeah.
Like, damn, we're trying to get going and you're not helping us out here.
What makes it so apparent is it seems like the teams we play always get out to like the 40.
Yeah.
It seems
like we never give ourselves good
breathing
field.
room.
Yeah. You figure if you just get it to the 40,
35, 40.
Yeah.
Even the 30, you feel a little bit better as compared to the 10-yard line.
Yeah. Couple first downs, you're in field goal range. And then even if you don't get in field goal range, you can pin them. Like when you're at the 20, bro.
And they took Tank Bisbee out of kick returns.
Well, I'm pretty sure that was because the week before he was dreadful.
He was.
So.
I mean, listen, and Will Shipley, he did his thing too. I mean, he only had 2, but it was for 58, averaged 29. So
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
give me a fighting chance, guys.
That's it, and that's I'll give them a shout out. Brandon, man, he does his things, man.
He's steady. I ain't even worry about that.
Yeah, he's become so good at it. He walks out there and you're like, all right,
yeah,
we're gonna put them in their own territory.
Absolutely,
give our defense a chance.
I'm shocked when the ball doesn't go 50 yards unless he's trying to get somebody.
Yeah,
I'm like shocked, But I don't think I've seen it. Like he's just money.
Yeah, and I think we didn't talk about the one block that we had because we were off. Well, we didn't do the podcast for 2 weeks.
What block?
The field goal block?
No, we talked about that with Jordan Davis and all that.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that. It was the pump block.
The Buccaneers game?
The Buccaneers game.
Yeah.
We never talked about Luvo. Well, I can't pronounce his name.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Where he blocked the kick and
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
That was big. I mean, it helped the Eagles win that game too.
Yeah, no, it started the game off on the right field.
No doubt.
So, but now, listen, shout out to you, Jersey Devil 1999.
Jersey Devil, keep listening. I hope you're happy. We talked special teams for 5 minutes. Thanks, my guy.
Appreciate
you. Joey, next one's on you.
So this one comes in from FIFA Champ 2126. Hey guys, tapping in from the UK. I'm a Philly transplant living in London. Do you have any plans for another Philly sports? For any other Philly sports or any other pods in general? First of all, shout out to you, man.
Bangers and mash, yo.
He's been waiting that whole time to say that.
Shout out to you
That's all I got.
For tapping in and showing love back to us at home. But to answer your question, we do have a Phillies baseball podcast, and if you want to look that one up, you can find us at the DJS Mound Visit Phillies podcast, and that is on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Nah, it's everywhere. YouTube. I mean, you can find it anywhere. But yeah, that's
my bad.
Yeah,
but no, man. Yeah, to me, as much as I love my birds, I love my Phillies even more. So give us a listen over there, and I'm sure you'll love that content as well.
Absolutely. And we have, again, we're infants at this. We have so many ideas that we workshop. I'm certain that we will have
something different.
We'll have other pods in the near future. Whether it be sports in general related or Phillies related, we definitely will. But quite frankly, the other two teams have to earn our respect.
I was just about to say that.
If they earn our respect, the Flyers go on a 20-game win streak. Guess what? You are getting a Broad Street something podcast. And if the Sixers just stay healthy.
Hey man, Sixers started tonight, so hopefully great things to start the season.
Absolutely. But
I am excited for VJ Edgecombe. I think he's got potential to be the best player to come out of that draft, honestly.
Well, they're losing right now, but it's okay.
It's okay. But I can't believe we mentioned the Sixers and Joey did not say
my name Joel Embiid. I play center for the 76ers.
Absolutely. Shout out to Joel.
I just want to give, while we're talking about this real quick.
Okay.
That rookie is fucking going nuts right now. He has 14 points already.
I told you.
He has 14 points. They're down by 2. That's 28-26 second quarter. 27.
We're gonna have to look at the schedule, and I think Dallas comes to Philly. I need to see that VJ Edgecombe Cooper Flag matchup.
You know what? That's a done deal. That's not hard at all. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, that's a no brainer. What you find out the date because I don't know the date.
I believe it's in December.
Okay, yeah, you find out the date.
December, but
we'll do that. That's not
a. By then we might have to start talking about.
We might have to start talking about.
Embiid has 0 points right now.
That's all right. I'm not. First game back.
We're gonna move on.
Yeah. So,
but no, FIFA champ, man. Shout out to you for listening across the pond, and hey, put the word out there.
Yeah.
The more love, the better. I know there's a strong crowd of Eagles fans over there.
Absolutely.
So, if you don't mind spreading the word, man, much love.
Yeah. I think sometimes we don't realize that the distance from here to London is basically the same distance time-wise from here to LA. So it's not like it's crazy out of the question that they would listen to us. And you're right. There are a lot of East Coast transplants that fly from New York, Philadelphia, Washington for work or whatever, and they live in the UK. That's why you always have London games there. There's no secret the reason why they have London games there. But yeah, shout out to you, FIFA champ. Our final email will be read by my man Sammy C. Sammy,
this is from DFWDC for Life 54. Week 1 was a fluke. I hope you're ready for the number 1 offense in football on the 23rd of November in Jerry World. Should be for the NFC East title.
Wow. So full disclosure, I saw this first.
Of course, you give this to me, right?
I teed it up there for you, my man.
I know you did.
Fuck
Dallas.
I could have gave you. one of the other ones.
Nah. I like
this. I
this.
said, you know what? I think Sammy might like reading this. It's
let me
short.
Let me talk my talk real quick to this dumbass Dallas fan.
Stretch out there, Sammy.
Man, listen, I'll give you the credit. You have the number 1 offense in the league, right?
That they do.
You can score 54 points, 45 points, whatever you want to do. But you have the worst fucking defense in the league.
Couldn't cover a bed with a blanket.
So when you win these games 45 and you're still giving up 40, okay? You barely are winning. Okay, I give you this game against Washington. Cool. But listen, week 1 was week 1, and the Birds still pulled out the dub. So, yes, we will see on November 23rd in Dallas if the Birds are going to beat Dallas.
Jerry World.
Yeah, Jerry World.
Fuck Jerry World.
He was so happy that game against Washington. He was so happy. They kept fucking showing the camera to him. He was jumping up. I've never seen that old dude jump up and down, clapping. I don't know. Whatever.
Was he doing it, or was his son behind him like a puppet?
I don't know.
No, I mean, number 1 offense in the league. Okay, cool. But you lost to us, and we were playing a vanilla offense.
Understatement.
Yeah. Be prepared if we go out and sustain the offense that we had last week. There is not a snowball's chance in hell you guys are beating us.
I agree. And like we talked about earlier, only team in the NFL giving up 400 yards a game. The absolute worst defense in the league is your Dallas Cowboys. We'll see you on the 23rd. We'll see what you got. Hopefully you have a winning record by then. You're done with the ties. And
you know, I'm gonna let this email slide.
You gonna let it slide?
Yeah. I'm gonna let it slide this week.
If it was Friday, he wouldn't let it slide because we'd be 2 shots in.
Yeah.
But we'll let you rock out. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
To
an Eagles podcast.
Why? I still don't get it. But thanks. You know, you're double agent. Thank you. But yeah, good shit.
Smells a little fishy.
I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, is what it is. Good job, Sammy. Before we go to break, J.A., do you have a stat of the week?
Look, there's really only one stat of the week.
I'd like to hear it. Here it goes.
And it's my boy Smitty.
Smitty.
Wow.
I talked him up last podcast, and then he goes out there and just proves why he's the most decorated wide receiver in football.
No. Say it again, man. I need you to say that one more time because people don't get it.
Most decorated wide receiver in football.
Not just in NFL history.
College
as well.
Yeah. Nobody
Nobody has more awards, more hardware than Mr. Devontae Smith. Go ahead.
9 receptions, $183, average 20 yards a reception, and a TD.
0 drops.
Yeah.
The man is impeccable.
Yeah, he had an amazing game, man.
That is The best game by a wide receiver this year.
Really?
His personal best and the best game by a wide receiver this year.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen.
And there's been some great games.
Our number 2, and I'm putting the quotation marks up if you can't see me, but you can. Our number 2 wide receiver.
He's a dog, bro.
That boy's 6, man. He will never fail to amaze me. Like you said, when you need a first down, you can always look his way.
Absolutely.
There, what do we always say? That guy can what?
That guy's really good at football.
Yep.
Really, really good at football.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Bro.
Shout out to Smitty. One of the greatest sound bites on the sideline as well. I'd pay-per-view to watch Smitty just talk on the sideline, bro.
He's funny.
But he brings it.
Yeah.
I love his mic up.
Every game he brings it. So shout out to Smitty.
Let me get a Scully.
I find cold out here, man. I think this thing wet, man. Shout out to me.
Listen, I also gotta give a shout out to my boy AJ Brown.
Oh, of course, yeah.
He played really well also this week, and he showed why he's a top wide receiver in the league.
Yeah. He was right there, man. Just under half the receptions for $121,
and 2 tutties.
4 receptions. 4 receptions, 121, and 2 touchdowns.
Oh, he did. Yeah,
that's a hell of a game.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure walking into that locker room and getting on the bus going to the plane, I'm sure they were okay with what they just did that day.
Absolutely.
Both of them, they were like, yeah, okay.
Oh, and I love how AJ Brown just trolls the media.
I'm glad you brought that up.
I love it.
How they don't get that he's playing with them is beyond me. I get it. You have to have filler. You know, we're not really in the business, but we are in the business a little bit.
That's exactly what it is. He's giving them the Philly media sound bites, essentially.
Why is AJ Brown doing this? Next, when we come back.
Are you tired of AJ Brown? Because I am. Get the hell out of here.
Now,
the best receivers in the fucking league.
Now, commercial from John Morgan. Yeah, he just plays with them, man. It's all BS. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, look at last week before the fucking Minnesota game. Oh, AJ Brown and Cooper DeJean, they're fighting on the field.
These motherfuckers been practicing Cody Rhodes moves.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Nelson.
Shout out to Nelly. Yeah. Great job, guys. I loved it. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
I'd like to take a minute and interrupt the Reggie and Jerome podcast and welcome our new podcast, The Mound Visit, your unofficial trip to the mound for all things Philadelphia Phillies. We're stepping off the rubber, kicking some dirt, and breaking down everything from Broad Street bombs to Citizens Bank drama. Whether you've been riding with the Phils since the vet or just hopped on the Red October train, grab your glove, grab your rally towel, and settle in. This is The Mound Visit, where every episode brings the heat.
And we are back. Coming back from the break, we do like we always do. We preview the upcoming week, which will be week 8. We face the New York Football Giants from New Jersey. Division rival that, if we're being honest, whether we were off of our game, whether there were some other things going on in the facility, they gave us that work the last time we played them.
They smacked us in the mouth.
Yep. I don't think the Birds were prepared for
I had that as a belt to ass game, too.
Yeah? Well, you were right. Yeah, you definitely were right. I just don't think that they were prepared for.
No, they definitely came in there taking it lightly.
Absolutely. They looked at rookie quarterback. What's this guy going to do?
No Malik Neighbors.
Yeah. They definitely.
That's why it's any given Sunday for a reason.
Absolutely. That's why winning should be celebrated no matter how it happens. When you're 5-2, I don't care how the 5 came. It's hard winning in this league. I don't care how the 2 came, because if you get beat, you get beat. And in that game, they got beat. So as our girl Bailey would say, we got to get that lick back. But first, who are the Giants? The Giants are 2-5, am I correct? Their best win of the year is against us, honestly. Their worst loss of the year
Just happened.
We're going to take a second to talk about the most historic collapse ever in a football game in the fourth quarter. When you look at the box score, and I sent the box score out after the game, watching it, it was still hard to comprehend. When you see 33 points in the fourth quarter, it just doesn't seem real. It seems like you're beating your nephew in Madden. Like, that's what it looks like. They play us this week after just a gut-wrenching loss. Usually when that happens, teams go one or two ways. They either galvanize and say, we're not going to let this happen again, or it completely destroys their season, because that was gut-wrenching. So playing the Giants this week, we talk about taking off the head of the snake. We talked about it last week, and the head of the snake was actually Justin Jefferson. If we're keeping it real, Jackson Dart's playing pretty good football, but he's still a rookie. So what do we do against them differently this week than we did when we played them the first time? Sammy, I'll start with you. What do you think that they should do differently?
Offensive line. Offensive line needs to play better.
Okay.
We gave up way too many sacks. Didn't give Jalen Hurts enough time to throw the ball.
Okay.
But honestly, differently from the last time that we faced the Giants, we have to do what we did against Minnesota. Give Barkley the carries, open up the pass game, and we need, I think, to keep a QB spy on Jackson Dart. He likes to get out of the pocket. We need to stop the run in Scatterboo, because he did run all over us the first game that we faced him. And I give him credit, because he's for a rookie, he shows heart. He shows heart as a running back. And that's what we need to do. We need to make sure our offensive line plays better, give Jalen Hurts time, and we stop that run, I think.
Joey?
Yeah, I'm on the same page with the last few points that Sam made there. They rushed for 172 yards as a team against us.
Ooh.
That's not Eagles football. Not that we've known it the last few years. So, agreed. If you can stop Scatterboo and get their rushing game in check, you put yourself in a pretty good position to win. You know, they're still an NFL team, right? And they are out their number one wide receiver, who's a damn good wide receiver. But that just should make things easier for your defensive backs. Also, Quinyon did get hurt early in that game.
Good.
Quinyon did get hurt a little early on in that game. And, that plays a part in it as well. But I do think if you can control their run game, by no means 172 rushing yards should happen again. You put yourself in a great position to control the football game.
Yeah.
I think the Giants, not to cut you off, I think the Giants defensive coordinator, he was nowhere to be found in the second half of that Broncos game. I think he actually stayed in the locker room, because to give up a 33 spot in the fourth quarter.
You got to go back and watch that fourth quarter and see what the Broncos did and just exploit it from quarter number one.
I'll be honest with you. I watched a lot of it, and it wasn't like they were doing anything exotic. I think two things happened. I think and I say this every week, and I say it with the Birds too. Don't wait until the fourth quarter or you're down to hurry up. Like, it puts so much pressure on the defense when you do that. break that shit out in the second quarter sometime.
Yeah,
break it out in the third
some
quarter.
tempo. Yeah,
I think the Eagles play better doing tempo.
They don't think.
Well,
they just go.
Yeah.
They just know what the play calls are, and this is what we're doing, and we run them. Now, coupling that with the fact that you're playing in Denver. In the fourth quarter, hurry up for them is completely different than it is anywhere else in the league.
Yeah.
Those dudes is straight gassed at that point. And again, it is really difficult to give up 33 points in any game, period, much less in the fourth quarter of a football game. So, but I did want to piggyback on something that Sammy said, and that is, I don't think they had spying Jackson Dart on their bingo card in the first game. He's who beats you.
Yeah,
like he gets out the pocket and makes plays.
He turned so many negative plays into plus plays in that first game.
He really did.
It was beyond frustrating.
And the thing is that even if he does that, he's not intelligent enough as a quarterback yet to not think he's a sophomore quarterback in high school, which means he takes hits. If he does that, bro,
you're going to find yourself in that blue tent. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
But on the defensive side, let him do it.
Yeah.
If he wants to run out the pocket and run up the middle like he did in the first game,
bring the boomstick.
I think that's the rookie in him.
It is the rookie.
Yeah,
it's
100%.
the rookie in him. It's the rookie in Scatterboo. They both do the same thing.
They
both feed off of each other.
That man Scatterboo going to end up with CTE in year number 3, boy. He is.
Week 14. The way that guy plays.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's a nutcase.
Yeah. I mean, but.
And not to. We should have had Jackson Dart sacked a
handful of times. It changes the game completely.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. Like, we bring the pressure. We had him sacked a handful of times, like Joey said. But he just steps up in the pocket and gets out. And that's where that QB spy was nowhere to be found. You know? So, I think that's a big part of what we need to do. I'd honestly drop Campbell back into linebacker and have his ass on a spy.
You also didn't have Jalen Carter either that game.
That is true.
Yeah. And, it may have done him well because he looked really good last week. And hopefully he can just build on that.
Do we have Landon Dickerson too?
We can get into that. So I was looking at I
was told there'd be no questions on this podcast.
I was looking at the injury report, and we have quite a list.
Oh, okay.
This is the list of did not practice and who they are and why. A.J. Brown, hamstring.
Yeah, boy. Okay.
Adoree Jackson, we all know his brain's still in the middle of Minnesota.
Omelet, scrambled.
Cam Jurgens, knee. Azeez Ojulari, hamstring. Jeremiah Trotter Jr., ankle. This is your list of limited participants.
Oh, damn. We got more.
Jacorian Bennett, pectoral. Grant Alcantara, oblique. Landon Dickerson, ankle/back. Dallas Goedert, calf. Moro Ojomo, shoulder.
Damn.
So it is Wednesday.
What you doing Sunday?
Listen, I'll take the ride from the baseball field all the way up to the financial field.
Jesus.
And they got BG on there, full participant, but that don't matter. Yeah. Our boy's back. I think that's what it was. He said, "Ain't no fucking way we just lost to the Giants. I got to come back and do something about it."
You might be right.
There's a 50-50 shot he plays. 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they said.
I mean, he don't need to learn the playbook.
It's the same damn playbook.
Same coordinator. And really, your job is get after the quarterback. Yeah. You're not dropping BG back in coverage. Not at 37.
Where is my homeboy at? The Giant Killer. Is he out the league?
Boston Scott.
Yeah. Where Boston Scott?
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
Bring Boston Scott back. Jeez.
He's not on. I don't think he's on a team.
I don't think
He was on the Rams to
Yeah.
begin before preseason, and then I think they released him.
This has him listed as a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah, he was on there, but I don't know if he's still on the team or not. But
Him and Kenny Gainwell and Darius Slay. They
We
just
run
took
it-
all the Eagles.
we're running it back. Just got to get Corey Komet in there. We're running it back. But yeah, but just to piggyback on what you guys said, I didn't realize they had that many people on the injury report, but it's Wednesday.
Right.
Get back to me on Friday. And if
The
there's
one I am concerned about is AJ Brown.
Yeah.
That hamstring's been giving them a problem.
Yeah.
Well,
And the O line. Like, you go into that game without two starters,
Yeah.
it's scary.
It's-
Especially, you know,
And they signed
Dexter-
a guard today.
Dexter Lawrence is a menace.
He is.
He's a great
Yeah.
defensive player.
I don't think, I mean, we do because we watch a lot of football, but how huge the bye week is for health. I remember, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, they had like a real early one.
Week 4.
They had a week 4 bye
That was the
week.
2023 season,
Oh, yes. It was a real early, and it's like,
I believe.
oh, you got to play all these games, and it's just having time off to recover and heal is so huge for NFL players, man. Little Knicks, they're not Supermen, but they're different than us. They heal differently, and they can get back on the field with a normal person might take a month. Just 5 days, just recovering for them is huge. So we got to get healthy going into the bye, then get healthy in the bye. So, but we can't look past the Giants.
No.
This
by no
game
means.
is big.
Especially after they come out and smack you in the face like that.
This game is big. Going in 6-2, and then having you need like
A hard schedule.
hard schedule, but even more than that, you think about it. Coming out, if you come out 6-2, 4 wins pretty much guarantees you a playoff spot at that point.
And those next 4 games, they're not easy.
Right. I'm just talking overall.
No, yeah.
Like, if you get to 11-7, well, 10-17 doesn't do it. But if you get to 11-6, you're in the playoffs. There's no way you're not in the playoffs. So 6-2 is really
huge.
really big. You know, so
and really, a couple passes away from you going into that break 7-1.
Yeah. So that's huge. So we see the Giants this week. We know what they are. What do we do? Sammy, we'll start with you. What do you see as them doing against the Giants that they didn't have a ton of success for? I felt like there was a Honda starter in my mouth. I couldn't get that out.
It was that shot from earlier.
Yeah.
She caught up to you.
Residual. What can they do to be successful in this game to get to 6-2? More of the same from last week?
Pretty much what I touched on is you need to have the close to the same game that you had last week against Minnesota. But like I said, I mean, Jalen Hurts played that game against Minnesota because the offensive line.
Okay.
They gave him enough time. I liked how we brought in Fred Johnson. A few of them plays.
Yeah, max protect plays.
Max protection. And I like that, you know?
I like it too.
And I think that's kind of what you have to do against the Giants. They have a lot of good young edge rushers. I mean, you got Brian Burns, you got Thibodeau. You know, they're quick, and they blew us up the first game.
Yeah.
So you need to stop them edge rushers, give Jalen Hurts enough time to make a play. And for the defensive side, I think we already talked about it. You need to keep Jackson Dart, you know, have him throw the ball. Don't run the ball. Have him throw the ball, get the pressure after him. Just make him throw passes like Carson Wentz was, honestly.
You want to make him one-dimensional.
Yep.
And if you can do that, you have a better chance of him making a mistake trying to force a ball where it doesn't belong. The defensive line has to play better than they did the first game.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely.
It was brutal. But you got fresh BG in there. You got Jalen Carter, who did.
You're putting a lot on BG, bro.
No. But in terms of
dude just dropped his kids off at school a couple days ago.
And in terms of leadership.
Oh, okay.
In terms of leadership,
absolutely. I was just about to say that with the leadership, with the hype, even having him just on the sideline.
It's Kelly Green week.
Kelly Green
back in the link. He's going to be talking all types of smack.
Crazy.
So it's going to bring an extra level of energy to those guys on the line, and I feel like we're going to have a big day on the defensive line.
Real quick, before we move on to the next thing, you mentioned BG, so we'll bring it up. How many snaps you think he gets?
12.
I'm in the same area. I don't think he should play more than 10 a game.
Yeah, I was along the lines around 10. Yeah, I think he gets about 10 snaps, situational snaps. I think that's probably his sweet spot. Any more than that, I'm not sure you're getting a good return on your investment.
And if you need more than that, then you should have been looking elsewhere. And no disrespect to BG.
I think they still are, though.
Yeah, you always got to continue to look to better your team. But, I was seeing posts all over the place that Howie actually asked BG if he was ready to come back before they signed Zadarius Smith. And he said, no, my arm's not 100% healthy yet. And now he's saying that he feels great. So can only hope that he goes out there and, he's 37 and in football, you're old.
It's 52 in football years.
So if he can go out there and just be half as productive as he was last year, I think we'd be in good shape.
I agree. He's an equal great for a legend for a reason. And he's going to give you a lot that you don't have, like you said, on the sideline and in the locker room. We don't need you to be world beaters. We just need you to help out. And as far as looking for help, we got a little, I'm talking about us as the podcast. We kind of got a little lucky with how the bye falls and the trade deadline falls. So,
important week for the front office, our bye week.
Exactly. So we haven't discussed
all eyes on Miami.
Yeah. we haven't discussed how we're going to handle potting during the bye, but there will definitely be a trade deadline, something moving towards, because once that happens, whoever we got, that's what we got moving towards the end of the season. So, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, huge week for sure. Moving on to our next topic, we always talk about, and we batted 100 last week, pretty much. Who we need to see break out this week? What they'll do? We give up the stat lines. Pretty simple. I'm going to go first. I'm going to take Joey's thunder a little bit here. I'm going with 88. I think he has like 7 catches somewhere in the 80-yard spot. We're going to get Mr. Goddard a tutty too. I think if that happens, that means Jalen's finding him. That means the offense is moving. And you never go wrong with getting 88 a touchdown.
No, he did.
And catching the ball too.
Yeah, he did great against them the first time around.
Yeah. So I'm going with him this time. Joey, if that was your guy, I took him. So you got to come up with somebody else real fucking quick.
I got you.
Who you got?
I'm going to go back to my boy Smitty.
Oh, I'm going back to the well with Smitty.
He's on a heater. He's on a heater, and he just turned up the notches a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm going to go 8 receptions, 95 yards, and 2 tutties.
Oh, okay. Damn. We're like, AJ, number one me, brother.
No, he's going to be the guy that's going to exploit the defense. You know, AJ Brown's going to get extra attention.
Yeah.
And if they see matchups like they did last week, Smitty's going to take advantage.
Couldn't agree more. We touched on it earlier. Had a great game. This is who he is. He can do this not at will, but when the matchup is right, he'll kill you. Sammy, who's your breakout guy? And give me a stat line.
Saquon. I think it's time for Saquon, hopefully.
Yeah, it's going out on a limb today.
Yeah. I don't know.
I hope you're right, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
18 carries, 85 yards, and a tutty.
That's a good stat line for what he's been doing recently.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure he probably took it very personal that going to New York and losing.
I'm sure.
So
longest run, 26 yards, maybe.
Give him a long run in there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Got on a limb. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if all that's happened, obviously.
But all jokes aside, we didn't even do a stat line last week. But I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see, if not, I mean, you can't really get much better, but a good stat line from Jalen Hurts, though. It all falls back on Jalen, I think. I mean, shit, you went with Smitty, you went with Goddard. Somebody has to pass
has no
the ball.
choice but to do good.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're giving you special leeway. We only take one player, but today we'll let you take two. Give me
it'll be
Jalen. You already took Saquon, so give me Jalen. What do you want to see from him? Give me a stat line.
Well, I want to see less of the fucking tush push. I'm getting a little tired of that a little bit.
All over the place with this.
Yeah, but I got Jalen Hurts with he's going to pass for over 250, and I'm going to say 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns?
2 touchdowns, maybe 1 rushing. So
it's a damn good game.
So
yeah.
three total?
3 total.
3 total?
2 passing, 1 running. So we'll see.
Okay. I like it all. That segues into our last segment. We always give our predictions on here. If all these stat lines hold up, they're going to win 52-0. But we give out the real on here. So I'll start first with the game prediction and then what I think will happen. I think we get closer to what last week was to be closer towards the norm. I think they realize, like we realized and we talked about, that the team has changed. And as such, we got so many personal bets tied into Saquon running for 1250 that shit ain't gonna happen. But the game and the team is closer to him being a 900 to 1,000 yard back if they can do what they did last week on the outside. So, and I'm okay with that. All that matters is what?
A win is a win is a win.
So I'm going 35-21 Birds.
I need you to get out of my head. I'm going to double down.
What?
35-21.
35-21. Wow. Okay. I mean, we counted all the touchdowns off. He got him with 3. So I said Goddard going to get 1. You said Smitty was going to get 2. That's 5 right there. So, Sammy, what you got?
35-17.
Wow.
Birds. I think they just they seen what happened the first game against the Giants. Now we're home. We seen how we played against Minnesota, and I think this is the game where hopefully everything clicks. And 35-17 Birds.
Yeah, because they know They know the bye's around the corner, and
Yeah,
they know exactly what I was saying earlier. Just get to 6-2.
Just get to 6-2, get the bye. Everybody gets healthy, hopefully, and listen, you got a hard schedule after the bye, so
Absolutely.
you know
they got to come out and make a statement. Like that shit that happened 2 weeks ago was fluky.
Yeah. If they do that, because I'm still all over the place on where I think they're going to finish the season, because they're a different team from week to week, honestly, from what we've seen. But if they do that this week, it goes back to what I said last week. They're the most talented team in the league. If they can figure the rest of this shit out, they can walk to the NFC Championship game. I don't know if they're going to get further than that. I don't know. But if they can figure that shit out, they get into the NFC Championship game. So that's that, my guys. Great pod, bro. I had fun, even though I was slurring my words. Good job, my guys.
Those first 3 minutes are gonna be fun to listen back to.
Oh my Lord, Jesus.
yeah.
I might fast forward to them. Oh my God.
But shout out to y'all. Shout out to you guys. Keep sending these emails in, man. We love it.
Shout out to FIFA Champ especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
It makes me feel good knowing that there's some real fandom out there, no matter where you are.
Absolutely. And I might as well say, like, if you go on to Spotify or Apple, there's a little button on there where you click that says send a text or send a message. Now, you can send a text message or you can send an email. I only read the ones where the people actually leave their email address, but we get more than that. We get text from numbers. It just is better when I read the emails, but that's how you can get in contact with us. If you want to ask us anything, and if you want to say anything about the show, good, bad, or indifferent, let us know. We'll read them. As long as they ain't crazy, we'll read them. And we really, really do appreciate the love that you guys give us, because we do get a lot of love, and I really appreciate it. So we really appreciate it. And any NFC East team fans that listen to our show, I mean, thank you. And if you would like your message read on the show, make sure you put at Sam C. You make sure you want Sammy to read your message. But I'm just playing.
Nah, you could do that if you want.
Yeah, why not? Let's make it fun. Let's make it fun.
You know what? Yeah, why not? Add your messages to Sam C. As a matter of fact, every week we'll at least read one from an opposing team fan.
We'll see next week. If somebody adds me.
Oh yeah,
They want me to read their email.
Oh my gosh. Giant week? Are you kidding me?
Can't wait.
Might get 30 of them things. Like,
Well, hopefully the Birds win.
Hopefully the Birds win, yeah.
If not, I'll be in a shitty ass mood.
He could be like, New York Giant 37 said, fuck them Birds.
Yeah.
Nah. But yeah, great pod, guys. And we'll be back next week. As we always say as we leave.
Go Birds, dickhead.
Go Birds, dickhead.
Go Birds. We out.